welcome to the program Improve Seed Soil First Agricultural Television in the capital city of Nigeria, Abuja. I am Hilda herself, Francois. Of course, I always have important people, important issues, and important things to tell you on the program. I'm never letting you down, trust me on it. And today again, I have another big fish in the house. I wouldn't want you to miss that. So we'll go on a short break. I will tell you who I have. Improve Seed is the program. I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Go nowhere. Welcome back. Before we went on the break, I told you that I have a very big fish. Of course, I know when it comes to gender, I am always keen about it. And I'm proud to tell you that she is a lady, of course, a powerful one. She is Miss Jessica Blessed Waluka. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much for having me. Such a pleasure to be here today.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
So how is Nigeria treating you?
Nigeria's been really interesting.
Yeah,
it's been really hot. But I'm loving every bit of it. All of the food, the people I'm meeting, the meetings I'm having, the collaborative partnerships I'm establishing. So I'm so excited to see how this project will move forward and the foreseeable future as well.
And did I tell you, looking good?
Oh, thank you.
Alright, I told you that she is Director of Special Projects at Resilient Biosciences. I don't know much about it, but please can you tell us more about this?
So like you mentioned, my name is Jessica Luca. I'm the Director for Special Project at Resilent Biosciences. We're an ag-tech, biotech, Vancouver-based company in Canada. So our mission is to accelerate the decarbonization and also sustainable practices and also provide input solutions, innovative input solutions in agriculture to increase crop yield, address soil deficiencies, and also mitigate the carbon issues. So I'm really excited to be in Nigeria just because like these are issues of importance currently happening in Nigeria, and I'm here to provide whatever solution our company can provide to like really address these issues and propel Nigeria as a global leader in agriculture as well.
Oh. That's a powerful one, and we really need this because of the climate change and a lot of problems that our farmers are actually having. Yes. So you are here at ARCN.
Yes.
What goodies do you have for us?
I have a lot of goodies because
Alright.
we've proposed a series of objectives with ARCN as well. The first one is to address the issue of food shortage here in Nigeria. So our proposed project can actually increase crop yield by 20 to 35% depending on the crop. So we've identified major crops, key player crops here in Nigeria, which is rice, soy, corn, sorghum and millet, and we've done strategic partnership to make sure that we are liaising the right personnel across Nigeria as well. So we hope to also address the soil deficiencies as well across different soil compositions across the state as well. So we've identified number one, there's a zinc deficiency in the soil, there's an iron deficiency as well, and also there's deficiency for manganese as well. The soil composition in Nigeria relies heavily on nutrients, and our goal is to make sure that nutrients is readily available and is biodegradable, it's plant-based, and is addressing the circular economy as well. So we have a very strong ESG mandate, and we're hoping to bring that into Nigeria as well. And also part of the 2040 decarbonization plan as well, GHG emissions as well. Our goal is also address that issue for the circular economy.
All right, for a layman that's watching this program, and a farmer who wants to go into the farming season, especially now that we're going into, how does a farmer identify a soil that is having deficiency in some of these things that you've listed?
So like I mentioned, it's all about the soil composition. It all comes about testing, soil testing. So a farmer would have to identify, or based on previous crop yields as well, to see how is the plant surviving, how did it thrive, is the crop healthy, is the soil roots is it healthy, is the growth of the plant, is it thriving, right? And you have to, it's all about making sure that you are constantly educating yourself, comparing with other countries and seeing how is their crop yield, and making sure that we're addressing that issue as well.
Okay, that's good. Then, this is here I'm saying, I don't know, is this the first port of call that you've come, or you've visited some other companies?
Yeah, so we've been liaising with ARCN for over a year now, and we actually liaised first with the Environmental Health Council of Nigeria, and they actually came to Vancouver and did a site visit. So they did a site visit to really understand what the technology is about, and we've also shared with them a lot of data that we've done across Canada, North America, and also LATAM, so Chile, Brazil, and Mexico as well. And then based off that conversation we had, we really identified that there's an actual eminent need to actually adopt this technology here in Nigeria. So really excited, and that is why this conversation is also shaping our business model. We want to ensure that a business model that is actually sustainable here in Nigeria, especially with the dollar as well. We just want to make sure that farmers are able to access what we're providing, this micronutrients and seed coating as well, and at a cheap rate, at a rate that is affordable, in order for this to be sustainable moving forward in the long-term future as well.
If you're just joining us, this is Improved Seeds, or your first agricultural television in the capital city of Abuja, Nigeria. And I'm talking with Miss Jessica, as she has highlighted a lot of advantages that our farmers are going to get if and when we collaborate with their company, like the Lucent Biosciences. She has told us about how soil and some crops, of course, are going to add yields to the harvesters after collaborating and after putting everything into consideration, and every farmer will also have something good to take back home. Don't go anywhere, we still have her here and she's going to still tell us more. We'll be right back after this short break. Stay tuned.
My name is Jessica Luca. I'm a director for special project at Resilient. So it's such a pleasure to meet you all. So thank you, Dr. for accommodating me here. I was supposed to be here with the lead agronomist, but we were not aware of the visa requirements, and that I did not want to also delay project schedule as well. So I'm on my own for this meeting. But I've informed my CEO that the meeting is currently happening because of the time difference, 9 hours. They cannot be here right now, so I'm just going to be documenting everything we discussed here today, and I'll communicate with my team effectively on what we've agreed and how we plan on moving forward. Sorry, I just want to apologize. I really talk fast, At some point, I'm going too fast. Please let me know. I'm still down.
I'll apply some brakes.
I'll talk as slow as possible, but I want to say thank you so much to each and every one of you here today. I really appreciate giving me the listening ear to discuss what our proposed project is. So I'm going to hand it over to Madam Grace or Professor Shah.
A veterinary surgeon also. I'm the executive secretary of the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria. But most importantly, I'm one of the numerous farmers that have come on board now. He's a friend, he's a brother, he's a confidant, and he's the chief executive officer of HERACON, and that is Environmental Health Registration Council of Nigeria, one of the very upcoming organizations. Even though they have not been known on the ground like some of us who belong to consumer organizations in the 1960s. I know that yes, together with his colleagues, I know the type of role he played during Lassa fever, during COVID-19, during what's the other disease that was almost ravaging us, Ebola. So he has been at the forefront to ensure that one good thing with him there is that any time he goes out for his activities, he has never forgotten the role that agriculture plays. That you go there and you work on millet. So we can give you, and if you have anything that you want to test on millet, we'll introduce you to the Lecture Research Institute, and that's where we have the money. And for corn, we have 2 zones, and we can give you Institute for Agricultural Research and Training in Ibadan or Institute for Agricultural Research. For rice, we have a separate agricultural research institute with mandate for rice, and that is the National Cereal Research Institute. So you find out that we have a good environment for you to actually go into trials because we do adaptive research. We will adopt whatever you are there, you are having, and after that, we'll be able to multiply in order to get more people coming. But at the same time, we also have private individuals that we can actually identify and allow them to go into a bit larger, farm size for you. That I can assure you that will not be very difficult because we have the land and we have the individuals that want to go into the trial. Like I even tell you that I can offer my son because to do that, and these are problems that I also offer. So there's no problem. What we need to do is to work out, your planned execution of whatever you do, and I can assure you that we are ready to give you all the paperwork. We will collaborate with him, give you all the paperwork and that you need in order for you to start. What we do in this country is that anytime you introduce something to us, we want to go straight into it. Why? Because we operate democracy, and you know what democracy is, and government comes in, it goes out. And so once we have an understanding with any of our ministers, by the time he's going, another minister, for him to understudy that process and come up will also take time. So, and that's the more reason why once it's there, we make sure that we accept and then we move into it. If you wouldn't mind, I know that you have been reminding me of our commitment at some of this. We can start with setting up a small subcommittee and then that we work together with you. But if you want, we can give you the next officer that we work together with you. They will have a text officer, and you have a text officer, and then we will sit down and discuss and hit the ground running. Because our nation is not in a hurry, but we are people that want to hit the ground running. I don't know the difference between being in a hurry and hit the ground running. But I think this your business should serve as a trigger for us to move it. This discussion has been there for almost close to 1 year now. And I know that you have not been very, very happy. I have not seen the project take off. It is far better that before the end of our own tenure, we initiate something and leave people behind and we continue this way. So that all your efforts will not be wasted. I want to welcome you again.
Thank you so much for that. One thing I'll also mention as well is that we envision that this will create a lot of jobs, right? And especially agriculture is something that a lot of people are diverting to. And we see, if we set up this manufacturing plant here in Nigeria, this is like a win-win for North America, and it's a win-win for Nigeria as well. So, like I also mentioned too, we also have the backing of the federal government, and we receive a lot of funding, over $20 million worth of funding. We're also going to do Series A round as well from investors as well. So this is like an opportunity for us to, collaborate, generate some revenue as well from Nigerian side and also from our end as well, because this market is large. If you look at the Canadian market, you're looking at over $386 million US, right? Just Canada. And if you're looking at the US market, you're looking at $2,582 million. That is untapped resources right there. And we're also expanding our ventures into Latam. So we're looking at Brazil, Chile, and Mexico as well. And that market as well is up over $486 million US. So we're currently serving to Western Canada and also US Midwest right now. And with this partnership, we could expand to Africa, not just Nigeria as a whole. So I'm really excited that you've mentioned everything you've mentioned today, and we can see how we can proceed further with these trials that we've mentioned, so that we can really see the result of our technology based on these trials. So I've already taken some time to speak to our agronomists in terms of what this setup will look like. Maybe when I do those visits, I would have an in-depth conversation with the agronomists. I know there's some agronomists here present, because we also have, for all this crop, the experimental design is very different, right? So we also, in terms of the treatments, the number of applications we plan on doing as well, what other products are we testing our products against, right? Those information are very important to us, and I would like to collect as much data as possible so that our next visits with the CEO as well, he planned on coming for this first visit. The purpose of my own meeting first is to accelerate the conversation. So once we've set up a trial design for the small plot and maybe a large plot trial as well, you'll see that our CEO from Resilent Bio is also going to come, as well as my internal team as well. So thank you so much, Professor Fabio.
So I think this is something we have to get into. I know that Umar is into soil. So as far as I'm concerned, that's who else?
Francis Anja.
Yeah, Francis was into soil. I thought this man knows nothing about fire. And he's always approved from other people. So please, let us find a way of starting something. Is there any possibility that we'll be able to do something this week? Let us go straight to those that we are giving the mandate.
Yes.
And rather than she going there, it is better for me to invite them to come. Definitely we have to bring somebody from National Civil Society Institute, otherwise we have to bring from IAP for the purpose of maize, because they are moving into serious research in that, and then lecture research and if possible, we have kicked into the consultative group for international agricultural research, and ICRISA has the mandate for millet. That's what we all discussed together with them. They set up the agricultural farms among the rest. And for the purpose of the regional distribution, we can invite the Institute for Agricultural Research and Training. I would prefer that we bring them here. And if you can discuss together with Umar and Sanako, myself, so that we'll be able to fix it. How long will you be in this country?
I'll be here till the 29th.
So by next week, just make a arrangement. I can send the letters to them. Let them come and sit down and discuss. Umar, Rifan. He has a very big project with Rifan. He writes 3 hours. So he is in touch with them. You can bring Rifan. And who else? All association. I don't want to go near them because of controversy, who is who. So let's keep them by the side. The issue there is that they are not coming for farmers; they are coming for products. So they want to improve products, although farmers that have a specific product. So we can, since these farmers have their own, these commodities have their own association, we can easily call them together and try to see them.
I think it's a good one that you suggested, yes. But I think part of what she wants to really capture as part of that course, she wants to just see physical distribution
Yeah. Let's meet with them first. And then we'll ask them where go back. So that by the time they are back to their stations, they know exactly what she wants to find out. Okay? Yes, so let them come here. We can fix I will not be around on Monday.
You can fix Monday.
Okay, I will not be around on Monday with yeah, my flight is 12. But
10 minutes.
my flight is 10 on Monday. Okay, no problem. My TA can handle them. When they come, you sit down, you discuss together with them Monday or Tuesday if you want. And then we ask them to go back and make sure that they identify what she wants. And then she takes it. So that we will be adequately informed.
I also brought some sample materials as well, which I can also give them. So
Yeah, so when they come, surprise them with your sample.
Yeah, this is to improve seats on your first agricultural television, and I'm still here with the director of Special Projects, Ms. Jessica Blessing Waluka. All right, now we're talking about, of course, you have a lot of dreams, and ARCM is the mother body of almost 32 institutions, and having to meet them, you have to go through the mother body. Now, this is a large number. How do you think, or what are some of the challenges that you foresee, and then what are some of the solutions that you think you can profile for that?
We've met with ARCN, and what I want to say, I want to also commend them, is also establishing all of those collaborative partnerships in charge of the mandate crops that we're interested in. So like I mentioned previously, we're focused on rice, sorghum, millet, soy, and corn. So we're going to be meeting with all those research institutes in charge of those crops, and then we'll start having further conversations in terms of how do we begin the project. We started with the small plot trials, large plot trials, the manufacturing plants we intend on setting up here in Nigeria, and what other projects can come off of this, a carbon offset, carbon credit project. Those are the questions that we're having, and the questions or conversations we're having with them as well.
And then with that's a great one.
Yes.
And I see a lot of good things coming out of them, but of course you should be open-minded that a lot of challenges will also come in.
Yes.
We talked about fertilizer now.
Yes.
Fertilizer, I know when we talk about fertilizer, we have the organic and inorganic fertilizer. Which one are you talking about? And then are you now talking about providing the fertilizers for our farmers, or the combination where you're going to teach us how to make the combination of fertilizers?
That is a really good question. What I mentioned at the beginning was our mission. Our mission is to accelerate decarbonization and also improve sustainability practices here in agricultural practices here in Nigeria. And I would like to say that our fertilizer is plant-based, is biodegradable, is climate positive, and improves the circular economy, which is very important in this day and age with all the GHG emissions that's currently happening. And this is also in accordance with Nigeria's mandates towards that decarbonization strategy as well. So I would like to say that we are setting up base here in Nigeria to set up a manufacturing plant here that would not just eliminate NPK fertilizers completely, but just reduce the application rate. Because one thing farmers are doing is that it's over-application. When you over-applying NPK fertilizers, there's excess nitrogen leaching off to the earth. And you know that nitrogen now converts to N2O, which is worse than the CO2, 300 times worse than CO2. So it's like a significant effect on the circular economy. And our goal is to offer this micronutrients, plant-based fertilizer to provide nutrients to the soil, to the cellulose of the soil, and it's bioavailable. So it's only providing it to the soil as is needed by the soil, and making sure the soil is robust, crop yield is bountiful, and also addressing the circular economy, which is very important.
And of course, eradicate food.
Food shortage, I know, and hunger.
All right, then, it's nice talking to you about this. Now, you talk about bioscience. Do you also deal with food that already prepared food, already cooked food, or just
No.
The raw materials.
So just the raw materials, because you see there's a shift happening right now to like plant-based food, and you see like the Gen Zs, they're very focused on like healthy meals. So that is what our focus is right now on those all those crops that I've identified previously.
What advice, what words do you have for Nigerians and most especially our farmers?
I'm just really excited that conversations are currently being had. Agriculture is so important. Like growing up as a young kid, like they talk to us about being a doctor, being a lawyer, being an engineer. No one talks about being a farmer. And it's like we want to just make sure that we are revolutionizing agricultural practices, so that you're seeing like young children thinking, I want to be a farmer, because like we can increase crop practices here in Nigeria, and it's not just small scale farming practices that's being adopted here in Nigeria, but large scale, so that we can be a major exporter for all of this crop. Because like the raw materials here in Nigeria, we are blessed by God with all of these resources, and it's going to be a shame to like waste all of these resources. And I would just like to say like education is so important, and to the female, to the guys as well. It's just like just study, try and see how can you be a subject matter expertise in that field, and especially in agriculture. Just it's such a bioeconomy, right? So it has an effect that trickles down to like other industries as well. So I would just like to say to like other young girls, other young boys out there, just go to school, consider agriculture, because this is an industry that is revolutionizing the entire economy right now.
Do you intend to have our young farmers, as you've encouraged them to go to agriculture, do you intend to have like training, like sensitization, apart from the ARCN and other bodies that you've met? So that, for our farmers that are down, they are back home and they don't have access to, these organizations, how do they get to, get more information from you and also enlightenment about the whole stuff?
Yeah, so like I said, if you want to get more information about what we do at Lucent Biosciences, I would suggest you go to our website, lucentbiosciences.com, to just read about like what our technology is really all about. And we have sufficient data that has been conducted in various countries as well, which is available to you as well. So I would say go look at it. And if you have any questions, you can easily find me on the website, send me a message, DM me, whatever the cool kids use these days. Send me a message. I'm happy to have this conversation, because like I said, this conversation is so important. It's really important that the kids of today understand the importance of agriculture and hunger. It's like we cannot do without food. Food is so important. Yeah.
We live to eat.
We live to eat.
It has been a pleasure having you here.
Such a pleasure as well. Thank you.
Welcome home. When
Thank
you
you
go
so
back,
much.
tell them how you miss home.
Oh my God, you expect to see me again. So
Of course, we will
yeah.
You've heard it from her. She's so excited. She's a young lady, for that matter, who is interested in agriculture and everything around it. Make sure you go to their website. If you have any question, anything related to bioscience, they will be there to answer it for you. Do not be scared. Let's get ourselves educated. Let's help ourselves and eradicate hunger in Nigeria. This is how we wrap it up on the program Improve Seeds, the only and first agricultural television in Nigeria, where we give you information on agriculture. Keep a date with us next time for another important topic. Thank you so much for being part of the program.
Thank you so much.
I will look forward to having you again.
I look forward to coming back again.
Alright. I am Hilda Hobson Fuatu saying, take good care of yourself and play your part. Let's eradicate hunger. Bye for now.